U.S. Representative candidates Mike Pompeo and Robert Tillman and Thomas Jefferson. Again, we'll have 3-minute opening statements from each candidate. And we will start with Representative Pompeo.
Thank you, Pastor Eccles. Thank you to Tabernacle for hosting this event. Thank you for all coming out on this Sunday afternoon. It is always glorious that we can talk about things that are political, things that are important to our country in a place of worship. I appreciate that. There aren't many places in the world where you can do that. I ran for Congress for the first time I've run for office now about 3 years ago. And I've been serving in Congress now for about 21 months. The very reason that I went to run was because we've got a nation that is simply not creating jobs. We've moved backwards in that. We haven't, frankly, made a whole lot of progress. Not only over the last 4 years, Republicans are often very, very critical of what's happened in the last 4 years, but the debt and the deficits that have come to be truly a plague on our country have been growing for really 60 years, since World War II. Didn't matter if they're Republicans or Democrats in control, our nation has spent far, far too much money, and we can't keep doing it. You cannot continue to spend $1 trillion a year more than you take in, and hope that for very, very long, folks will continue to loan money to our country to allow us to continue to live on this borrowed money is immoral. It's not good for my son, who's 22. It's not good for the young people who are in the audience today. This is a problem that if we don't begin to fix very, very quickly, we won't be able to dig out of this hole. We have not had debt levels this high at any time in our nation's history as a percentage of the size of our economy. We watch what happens around Europe. I was talking to a young man just last week who'd been back from Spain. 27% unemployment, and among people under age 35, unemployment almost 50%. Nations that live beyond their means don't have room for the private sector to do what has made America great. For innovators and creators to go out and build their business and hire folks and make those folks have the opportunity to then turn around and take care of the things that matter most to them in their lives. Their families, their schools, their communities, all the things that matter most. It's these important economic issues that continue to drive me, and you put me here today asking for your vote 8 days from now. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here this afternoon.
My name is Thomas Jefferson, and I am running against the incumbent Mike Pompeo and Robert Tillman for the 4th Congressional House District here in Kansas. I am a Libertarian candidate, which is a third party, and I made a little graphic to represent both parties. It has red and blue on it. Everything we need in America, red and blue. Because you have your Democratic Party and you have your Republican Party. You either live in a red state or a blue state, you vote red, you vote blue. It's your country. Now, on the congressional seating chart, if there's an independent seat, it's white. So if we have white to the graphic, this is the country you get. This is the country I live in. It's red, white, and blue. Third parties are really important to the functioning of a good government. Spending. Our government has spent more money than it has taken in. And our government, when it does programs and makes roads and bridges, the representatives don't reach into their own pockets to do these projects. They reach into your project and into your pockets to these projects. Now, how many people here are broke? How many people here have been broke at some point in their life? Now, when you get broke, you continue to spend, you go into debt. Are you allowed to print your own money or make your own money? No, you're not. And I don't think that our government should do the same thing, because it just doesn't make sense. In our household, if we run out of money, we don't go out to eat. We don't get to see a movie. We don't get to do some of the things. Mr. Pompeo himself once said the way compromise works in Washington is that you have a representative in Delaware that wants a bridge and a representative in Kansas that wants a road, and they get locked in a room. They come out and say, we've reached a compromise. We're going to do both. And that's how we get into the situation we are in. Now, the Libertarian Party does have a balanced budget through Gary Johnson, who's our presidential candidate, and it's something that I would be willing to take to Washington. I also have an interest in an amendment to make term limits for both houses of Congress, upper and lower, so that there are term limits on your congressman, just like there are on the President of the United States. I want to bring that third-party sensibility to Congress, and it's not necessarily a thing. Mike Pompeo is a gentleman, and Robert Tillman is really a stand-up guy. He has literally stood up for me before, and these are good men. It's not that there's anything wrong with your representation. It's just that as the third party, I can bring something that neither of them can bring, and that is I don't have to answer to my upper echelon of the party because we don't have it. I'm Thomas Jefferson, and I'm asking for your vote November 6th. Thank you.
I sure thank you for coming here this evening. Certainly good to see Congressman Mike Pompeo out and Thomas Jefferson. The last time I saw Mike Pompeo was at another candidate forum in the African American community at the Alder Cajun Center. And I've been to 15 candidate forums since then, and I haven't seen him. And so I think he has a lot of audacity to show up today. What I expected to show up representing today was I expected one of the Koch brothers, maybe David Koch. But Pompeo showed up himself. I appreciate that because I get a chance to face him and for you to face us and ask your questions. I'm Robert Tillman. I'm a proud Democrat. Us Democrats have been fighting for your rights for over 150 years, and we will continue to fight for your rights. It is up to you now. We've done our thing. We've out-campaigned. We've made speeches. We've taken positions. Now it's the voters' opportunity. President Obama, who I support, has already voted, and I have already voted, and it's up to you to vote. I believe that if 75% of all the people that's affected by the current issues vote, I'll win this election. The problem is 75% of people will not vote. We, in the Congressional District 4, serve a population of 750,000 people. It will take approximately 100,000 people for me to beat Congressman Mike Pompeo. He got 60,000 votes in the primary, and I got 15,000, although I won by 71%. I'm willing to take that on. And to make it fair to Congressman Mike Pompeo, I'm going to take on all the Republican Party, Governor Sandback, and then we'll throw the Libertarian candidate in too, because I want to make it fair. I'm out to win this race, and I need your support, and I cannot do it without you. If you will talk to your residents, your parents, your friends, your family, your associates, these 18 people who put this program on, this place should be packed. And this is the problem. We do not get out and do our share, our civic responsibility. We need your vote. If you haven't voted already, you're too late. If you have voted, right now I would be ahead. But I appreciate your support on November 6, 2012. I'm Robert Tillman, a proud Democrat, seeking your vote. Thank you.